That free throw missing. Some changes for Memphis. And the Raptors also making a change.
Here in the second, getting a little bit more physical, playing with some toughness now.
Buddy near Allen. The rebound by Patterson. Fast break here, the handed slam.
He's always in control even though he's going.
And so it's the Raptors up by 3. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. The first quarter for the Raptors was fairly even. Some good moments from both teams, but as the first period wrapped up, they trailed by 2. They played with more purpose in the second quarter and fought to turn an early deficit into a 3-point lead by the time we reached the break. And taking a look at the Raptors, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, the reserves really came through when they needed a spark. This is a close game. Any points you can get from your bench are huge. I thought the bench guys came in and inserted themselves like they wanted a starting spot. And that's what you want. Subs who are ready to produce the moment they step on the floor.
Shaq, your take on Memphis.
The big positive, I think, their points in the paint. They were determined to work the ball inside of Ernie. It worked. It's always worked. I got 4 rings. I know it works for a fact. That's why they call me Dr. O'Neal, because I'm a master at being dominant on the inside. Anyway, you got to keep that going, because that will continue to open things up for them on the perimeter.
And that'll do it for now as we send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. We're seeing a tremendous game from Mike Conley.
And his play in that first half, how about the discipline to go along with the efficiency, guys? His shot selection was just perfect.
I agree. I mean, whether it's been from mid-range or in tight, he is taking only what the defense is giving him and not trying to do too much. Very much playing within himself.
Randolph is the 4 with Gasol in the middle. Conley and Allen in the backcourt, and it's Parsons in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Dave Yeager. Here's Randolph, and that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 4 assists in the game.
Boy, once again, the Raptors were able to put forth a really strong year. You know, the national media recognized it, and the Raptors picked up more and more of the spotlight marquee games as a result.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Randolph. Deep 2 from Carroll.
They have yet to hit a shot. A real slow start here.
Or to start the second half.
Lowry can't get that one to fall. It's stolen by Carroll. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Sullinger the screen, and finished off by DeRozan. Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Sure has been. I mean, guys, momentum is hard to come by in this one. I mean, it seems like one team gets the lead, and then the other one storms right back.
Both teams getting it done defensively, as evidenced by the 8 lead changes thus far.
First team.
Outside Conley. He kicks it to Gasol. Right side, Randolph. On its way from Parsons for 2. Good work defensively by Lowry. Well, for a long time, Greg, the Raptors didn't have a lot of nationally broadcast games in the U.S. Seemed like a forgotten team at times, unfortunately.
Yeah, and you know what? A playoff drop is one of the ways that ended that factor. Also, the team plays an exciting brand of basketball. They're a division winner to go along with that. So you start adding those things up, and you see why the Raptors continue to get more and more coverage nationally. And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
To the inside, Gasol. It's stolen by Sullinger. Here's the break. Lowry kicks to Valanciunas. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. And again, no good by Toronto. For Memphis, they've gone 3 or 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. And as he's checked in for Memphis. To the middle, here's Randolph. He dishes it to Gasol. Banked in off the glass. Gasol's got his second basket of the night.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
Lowry against Conley. Sullinger, the open look. The shot. It's stolen by Carroll. Here's DeRozan.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively.
Leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
And Marc Gasol surprisingly nimble for a 7-footer. He really moves his feet well at both ends of the floor.
He's made one and missed one so far in the game. And when you look at Marc Gasol now versus when he came into the league, remarkable how that body of his, Clark, has transformed.
Kevin, he changed his diet and he dropped a bunch of weight. Believe it or not, he even grows vegetables at his house. He's really gone all in on the transformation of his body.
Clark, good information.
Yes, sir. That's what we do. That's what we do here.
Woo.
Info and entertainment.
Oh.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge, always.
They get a hand on it, and that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession.
You know what? A low percentage pass on that one, but sometimes it's worth the risk.
Well, that time the risk did not pay off because it was well defended.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Carter's checked in, and the Raptors also making a change. Joseph's checked in. Conley inside the line, and that's good for 2. Conley's got 17 now. Raptors trail by 4. And a wide-open look for Valanciunas. The three-pointer, no good. Grizzlies have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Allen with it, picked up by Joseph. Randolph passes to Conley. Back to Randolph. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got 6 assists here tonight.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Lowry kicks to Valanciunas, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark with the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
And here comes the break. Here's Lowry. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Now just a 2-point Grizzly lead. Carter drives in. Outside Conley. The dish to Randolph. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. Kyle Lowry picks one up there. And to nobody's surprise, Zach Randolph enjoyed an outstanding season, Clark, in 14-15.
And, you know, ironically, by taking more of a backseat to front court make Marc Gasol, Randolph played better, the best rebound rate of his career.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Ross is checked in for DeRozan. And it's Powell in for Kyle Lowry. Joseph dishes to Ross. A second chance effort. Carter with the block. And now it's Allen running. He can go all the way.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfect.
Raptors trail by 5.
And for the Grizzlies, they had to be encouraged by Randolph's play after signing him to that extension. I mean, he'd been set back by the knee injury, but he came back in a big way. And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
And Randolph happy to be back in Memphis. He said, this is home. This is where I belong. And look, he's helped establish this team as a power in the Western Conference. And for me, this is the right place for him to be.
Some changes for Memphis. Green, he's checked in for Randolph. Troy Daniels comes in for Allen. And Parsons subbed in for Mike Conley. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. And Parsons kicks to right. Feeds it to Daniels. Back to right. Out to Carter. Puts up a 3. The rebound by Patterson. Patterson's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Ross on the wing. Unloads. Shot is no good. Parsons with some nice D. Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And there's the foul. It's called on Toronto. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Grizzlies.
I thought we might see the defense adjust at halftime to slow the break, but that has not been the case.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
That one is no good.
And Chandler Parsons, boy, he can really give you a whole lot of everything. Length, quickness, skills, can shoot, pass, rebound, defend, the total package. Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Right, the pass to Daniels. And that one's good. Toronto calls timeout.
You know, Dwayne Casey was once a player at Kentucky, took me and hosted me on my recruiting visit at Kentucky back in 1979. Actually got his coaching start at the school as well.
Fires for 3. The Grizzlies pull it in. To the paint. Here's Green. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Now it's a 6-point Grizzly lead.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded-out physical game.
That's the kind of look they can continue to go with. Maybe that'll help them create some separation on the scoreboard.
As we were talking about Coach Dwayne Casey, he's found his place in Toronto. Took them, Greg, to back-to-back postseason appearances.
And, you know, it's good to see him finally establishing himself as a head coach. He's really known as a defensive specialist, but once he gets in charge of a team, he'll have them focused on defense and really stresses that in every practice.
He's one of the best in the league at that. Even with just a tiny sliver, he always seems to find a way to get it up and in.
And nothing fancy, really, about that play. That's just good old-fashioned, hard-nosed basketball to get that one.
And it's Patterson finishing it off. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
One heck of a game. I mean, guys, this has been outstanding in terms of the effort that both sides have been able to put out.
Looking over there at Greg, he's enjoying every second of it,
Yes,
Clark.
he is.
Yeah.
Listen, the fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail-biter.
Parsons for 3. Parsons missing again.
Outstanding perimeter defense there. That was a welcome.
And we've reached the end of the 3rd quarter. Just a terrific game so far. Raptors lead by 3. And we're just moments away from the start of the 4th quarter. Stay with us. And we're set to start the action up here in the 4th quarter. And if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. Setting the floor for the Raptors. Lowry and DeRozan are the guard tandem. Jared Sullinger is out there with Patrick Patterson. And it's Carroll in its small forward. Lowry from outside. Cannot hit. Good work defensively by Conley. Memphis trailing here. Here's Gasol. Here's Randolph. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And you can just see by the way he fought for the putback that he's still got a lot of gas in the tank.
Lowry kicks to DeRozan. Sullinger the screen. The pass to Lowry. The 3. That's good. And the Raptors lead by 2.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And it's Conley penetrating. Randolph. And he jams it with authority.
Right rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession.
Patterson dishes to DeRozan. And the three off target.
Well, if this game comes down to the rebounding battle, they'll be the ones coming out on top.
They've had a strong game on that front, Clark, no doubt about it. And nothing fancy, really, about that play. That's just good old-fashioned, hard-nosed basketball to get that one.
A shot by Lowry. Wide open. Off target from outside.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Randolph. Good work defensively by Lowry.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Here's Sullinger. And again, Toronto no up. For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. A clear look for Parsons. Parsons can't get that one to fall.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
Carroll kicks to Sullinger. Carroll passes to Sullinger. Toronto working the ball around now. The shot by Lowry, no good.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed. You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Patrick Patterson. It's tipped. And now it's Allen running. He can go all the way.
And you've got to wonder just how big those points are going to be. A swing like that can decide a game.
And I wouldn't be surprised if it does. The steal there, as gutsy a play defensively as you're going to see. Now is not the time to be giving him that kind of shot.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. Thing about DeMar DeRozan, he came into the league fairly unpolished, struggled to handle the ball, created then his own shot, and but sometimes he would create for others too. Yeah. But he's settled down. You can see the growth.
Yeah, and that's the one thing. You could see the physical talent was there in terms of him playing the two. The question was, could he make the commitment mentally to become a great player? Well, from what he's done the last few years, I would have to say he's definitely been able to do that.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Yes, guys, over that last break, I listened to Dave Yeager address his team. He said, we are this close to finishing them off, but the job is not done yet, and I don't want to see any let-up out there. We'll see how well his point got across, guys.
And, getting back to DeRozan, he's put a spit shine on his offense. Over the past 2 seasons, averaged over 20 points a game, was also good for 3 or 4 assists, showing everybody how work ethic can overcome unrefined skills.
Gasol dishes to Randolph, and there's a strong dunk to finish it off.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
Lowry kicks to Valanciunas. Randolph grabs the board. Randolph's got 7 rebounds in the game.
And, for DeMar DeRozan, scary to think that he's still scratching the surface of his potential. Made his first All-Star appearance in 2014. Was a little dinged up last year, but still very effective. No doubt he's the real deal.
Good. And now it's a 9-point Grizzly lead.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
The defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
And Carroll gets it to go.
Heads up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
Lowry against Conley. Fast break, Toronto on up the court, but they recover it. Passes it to Lowry. And it's Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That is his first foul of the game. Joseph, he's checked in for Toronto.
Second team foul. In for the Raptors, Corey Joseph.
Here's Allen. Powered down with both hands.
That one was solid. There's a big difference in the field goal percentages between these two teams here in the second half.
And, Greg, that difference has come about because we've got one team moving crisply, getting good shots, and the other is just kind of stagnant.
Here's Parsons, and the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
Here's DeRozan, and down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Good-looking screen by Gasol. Here's Randolph, and it's blocked. They recover it, and that one's good. 13 points for Marc Gasol. Raptors trail by 11. Kicks it to Valanciunas. DeMar DeRozan on the wing. They get it again. Here's Carroll. Soft touch off the glass. Carroll's got 4 points in the quarter.
A key rebound there, but they can do a little better on the glass here down the stretch.
Guys, it's been their weakness to this point in the game, but they're still alive. I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense has given him. He's been a key contributor for them in this quarter.
A 3-ball. It's rebounded by Memphis. Gasol's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
You know Gasol is playing well. He's got 10 rebounds and 5 assists.
He's just been impossible to contain. He's been unreal in this game.
Utterly fantastic is how I would categorize that performance, Greg.
And the Raptors have been talking about changing things up in the logo department for a while. Finally, we get a chance to see the new logo this season.
Shot by Joseph, no good.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be, he's not making that one.
I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, I know you don't want to say it, but I will, partner. I mean, they're trying to run the score up here. It's plain and simple. They're trying to throw salt all in that wound. This guy will really make you pay if you leave him enough room outside.
Gasol, and there's a nice one-handed slam.
Well, they're going to walk out of here with a win and send this crowd home happy.
Yeah, you know, it was a real solid performance for them in a lot of areas. I mean, they should be proud of their work tonight.
And some changes here for the Grizzlies. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Gasol. P.J. Hairston comes in for Parsons, and it's Ennis in for Allen. And Toronto will go for a different look here. Thompson, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Patterson comes in for Jared Sullinger. Ross, he's checked in for Damari Carroll. And it's Powell in for DeMar DeRozan. Down low, ball's knocked loose. Ennis gets to Conley. Memphis moving that ball around. Fast break, Toronto. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
And that one falls for Conley. He's perfect from the line this time. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
Excellent display of team play.
And guys, Sade comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator.
Sade, I like that, Greg.
And there's a whistle that goes on Corey Joseph. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2.
5th team foul.
And he makes the first.
Shooting for Memphis. 2 shots.
And so Mike Conley nails both of them. Now here's Joseph. No good. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team, Clark, by far tonight.
No question about it, Kevin. They certainly gave their fans plenty to scream and holler about. This place was rocking. It was on fire. And it only got louder as that lead got bigger.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, gentlemen, I'm here with
the 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Mike Conley. He notched his season high, and his scoring really seemed to set the tempo for his team tonight.
Conley's got so many things he brings to the team. Thing starts with him. He's a threat all over the place, in transition, on the pick and roll, and especially from three-point range.
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight. His shooting percentage was off the charts. He used every trick in the book to get those high percentage shots. He shot from every direction, and there was a little bit of luck here and there, but he was on fire.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.